All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. And as you can see, I got some more wrestling figures here today to do a review on. Now, this is going to be my first time getting into this series. I'm considering going back and purchasing the other ones, but as you can see, this is the Monday Night War with WWE versus WCW. So the Monday Night Wars, we all probably know the story if you're a fan of wrestling or grew up in that time period as I did. But I believe this is Series 8. If I'm wrong, let me know, but I'm calling it Series 8 because that's from what I've looked up. It usually says on the box, and like I said, I'm getting into it late. These were pre-orders. I just got these the other day, and I decided, hey, I want to review them for you guys. These are ones I would actually consider like box collecting if you're a box collector, because it does have a little detail on the back, and it gives you like the dates. Nitro, May 27th, 1996. Now, this is when Earthquake, John Tenta, poor John Tenta as the Shark, I guess, faced the Giant in a Battle of the Big Men competition there. And then on the back, as you can see, the ones in this set are Undertaker, Brian Pillman, Shark, and Eric Bischoff. And it is a Michael Cole Build-A-Figure. So we're getting a little reflection from the light there, but you can see everything perfectly fine, I'm sure. And I added Scott Steiner into this review as well. He kind of was released with the rest of these guys, so I just pre-ordered him as well. He is also part of the Monday Night Wars series, but not Series 8. He's like, because he's an Ultimate, so he has his own little side thing going on there. So that's what we got there, but we'll look at John Tenta in the box for you box collectors. Now, my box is beat to hell. I mean, I ordered this online, so that's what happens. You see it's like dented up. Like, they did not take care of this box. A good thing I'm opening them, because if I was going to keep them in the box, I'd be pretty pissed. But as you can see, he's got that. I don't know if that's a beard or just like one of them things like you would wear. I don't think it was an actual beard. Like, again, I don't remember his run in WCW in '96. But I don't think that's a real beard, at least. Looks cool, kind of cool though in the picture right there, but I don't know. But there we go, John Tenta. Earthquake as I knew him in WWF or WWE, whatever you'd like to call. And he has an extra head, so that's a plus. We see some extra hands in there. Then we got the Undertaker, and again, if I don't drop everything, you go on the back, it tells you where he appeared, and it's May 22nd, 2000. So I think these are highly collectible for box collectors. Even if I was thinking about keeping the boxes, just flatten them, just to keep them, and then take everybody out. I guess you could do that. But if you're like a person that wants prestige, or not prestige, like pristine, prestige of these figures, I think it's pretty cool. I just like that they have kind of like, they always put the career highlights, but I like they put that little line, subline there, telling a little bit of explanation about this appearance, the outfit, and everything. But again, doesn't look like he has an extra head. We're getting major reflection from the light, so I'm gonna have to wait until I move back in the other room because this is a bit rough, guys, so I apologize. But yeah, he's pretty cool. We got the Undertaker in his his American Badass uniform here. I think this is when he also premiered with his new theme music, keep rolling, 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 the American Badass theme there. And then we got my favorite in this line. Well, Scott Steiner, the Ultimate's my favorite, but actually in Series 8 of Monday Night Wars, this would be my favorite. Probably Brian Pillman, the loose cannon. Look at them eyes. He's got them. It looks a little weird in the plastic. I'm gonna see what they look like outside, but there we got a picture of Brian Pillman, the Heart Foundation member. He's got a crutch, which we remember all that with the whole Steve Austin storyline. Very cool. And then you get right there as a member of the Heart Foundation. Man, I miss Brian Pillman. So many good. Everybody in the Heart Foundation's gone now except for Brett, right? It's so sad, man. This would have been the first one gone, and then Owen, and then the British Bulldog, and then Neidhart. I think that's the order. Oh man, sad days, sad days. And then we got Eric Bischoff. I think you could. There's another Eric Bischoff that looks just similar to this. He just has his black hair, and it's like this is like the late Attitude Era Eric Bischoff, And I think you can get like the WCW Nitro ring with the other one with the black hair, like the one that first joined the NWO back in 96 or whatever it was, 97. So we got Eric Bischoff to say what date this is. Yeah, 2000. So that's what I'm gonna say, late Monday Night Wars era. So you little Eric Bischoff stuff going on there. And he's got an extra head too. So Earthquake and him got an extra head, but I don't think Bryan or Undertaker did. And then we'll look at the Elite figure here, Scott, in the box to wrap this up. But it looks like he has a good bit of accessories. He's got his little, I don't know what you call those, like the little guard, head guard thing. You got the glasses, you got a straight jacket. The World Heavyweight title. You got some extra hands. So this is definitely Ultimate. See, I'm a little weird about his face because I don't know. But I say that a lot when I look at him in the box and I get him out. I was like, it actually does look like Scott Steiner, but I'm a little like that one right there. The one on these two, especially the one on the right, kind of looks more like Scott Steiner. Maybe it's like the eyebrows or something going on with this one that's a little off to me. But anyways, guys, that is it with them in the boxes. I didn't even look at the back of this one, but you got him posing back there. And then we got the Big Papa Pump as your hookup. Big Papa Pump. So, all right, guys, let's start. We'll go down the line. I'll start with him, and we'll go down and look at everybody and see what the opinion is on these guys. All righty. Okay. I'm not sure if that was his theme music, but that's what I found. And I did look at the whole beard thing just to be like, is that his actual beard? And it looks like sometimes it was his beard, other times he had it shaved off, but he still had it painted. So that's his paint over the beard. So, honestly, I think he looked pretty badass. The figure, I think he looks more badass in the figure than he did it as in person. But again, I didn't watch a whole lot, and I just seen a few clips. So, I think he looks pretty cool here. Obviously, this is a big gimmick for the, was it Legion of Doom, it looked like. So, interesting. He must have eventually been a Hogan enemy, right? But anyways, there he is. He got little fishes, he got little sharks on his outfit. He got a big one on his back there. Pretty cool overall. I mean, for like a little gimmick piece, I can't really complain about that. But let's get him off the rotator there. But yeah, I think he looks pretty good. I kind of like this look because this kind of looks more, I don't know, like, I don't want to say insidious, but it looks more deviant or scary. I don't know if that's a more simpler word. But, yeah, man, it kind of freaked me out. If I seen some big dude the size of John Tenta looking at me like this right here, like, yeah, man, that's scary. That's something to be scared of. He's a big guy. He's a tall guy. He's a big boy, too. So you got a whole lot of stuff. You got his little tattoo going on there. Pretty cool. So there's our boy Earthquake, also known as the Shark, John Tenta. Now this is what I kind of remember him as. This is the look he had as Earthquake. He didn't have that shark beard or whatever. The hair's a little off though. I don't know if he had like half of his hair shaved as Earthquake. I don't think that was the case. I know he always had the bald up here and in the sides. But yeah, so we got that going on here. But this is kind of what he looked like as Earthquake, right? I'm pretty sure he had his little mustache going on there. So he did pretty good with that. And then he comes with 2 extra hands here. As you see, it's like a gripping hand with the glove. The one he has on is, I don't know if I pointed out, is like a chopping, like, well, I don't know, open hand, I guess, open palm. And this one is also, and then, like I said, this one's a fist right here. So that's what you got with his accessories. He also comes with the Build-A-Figure parts for Michael Cole, which would be this one right here. Now, it actually looks like, 1999, 2000, whatever, Michael Cole. So that's pretty cool. So we got a little Michael Cole going on there. And we also got his Michael Cole's headset for his commentary. So That's cool. So yeah, this was the Shark.
I'm scared.
Alrighty, so here we go. Good music, good music. Man, I kind of miss that time period. Like, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'm a big Kid Rock fan, but it was a good song for sure. But here we go. We got the Undertaker looking good. He's got his long leather trench coat going on there. He's got his blue vest on underneath. So let's pull him a little closer here so we can see him. Get some light. But as you can see, this is like the soft goods leather pleather. It's, it's not gonna be real leather. I doubt it. But so if you could take it off, and you could, you see his arms there. So he's wearing this like blue vest. So if you wanted to take it off, but I'm thinking most people, if you're gonna display him, you're gonna want that American Badass whole feel. Surprised he didn't come with like a bike. You figured he'd have like a motorcycle or something. But yeah, I do like that's really nice. This is like really soft too. Feels really good. It looks good, feels good. I don't think his glasses, none of this stuff comes off. So that's all on there. They should have gave him an extra head. I don't know why they're skipping out on giving extra heads, especially to like characters like this where they have like the glasses, the bandana, all that. Like, let's give him one where he doesn't have this stuff on. Like, we can't take this off either. So that's kind of lame. But again, they want to sell more figures, so they'll come out with an ultimate version if they haven't already. I'm sure they have, of the American Badass, and you probably have all this removable, and you can just put it on, whatever. But still, good little trench coat going on here. Good, good, good. And I don't know what's it up with like the big guys, like the taller wrestlers. I always feel like their arms are not. They always look smaller, lengthwise, than they should be to me. But but I think it's just like my imagination or something. I don't know. But there is the Undertaker, the American Badass, his return. And all he only has for his extra accessories, he just has 2 extra hands there. He's got a closed fist with his gloves on, and then, well, they're both closed fists. One for the right, one for the left. So I guess you could do his, straight up in the air fist that he likes to do. It looks like he has, okay, these are both open. It's hard to see, I think, because they're black, but yeah, they're open, as you can see. Both of these ones, so if you want him holding something, he's got that going on. So there you go, that's that. And of course, he has the Build-A-Figure part, the torso of Michael Cole. So we got that too. And I didn't rate, I've been trying to figure out how I want to do these guys as far as my ratings. But I would say, I think they should have done an extra head with this guy, or at least be able to remove his bandana and his glasses, which, again, that's part of the head. But you can remove the trench coat, and you can have his vest on. But again, I don't know. I feel like we need to remove those glasses and stuff. But they'll save that for the ultimate figure, or the one that's already, I'm sure, out. With that being said, everything else, is pretty cool looking. He looks like the Undertaker, American Badass. So I don't know. I'll give it a B. A B just because we can't remove the glasses and bandana. Otherwise, he looks really good. I think they did well with his face and everything that we can see. So yeah, we'll give him a solid B. And also, I don't know much about what the Shark looked like. I think he looked pretty badass. So we'll give him a B+, just because I think it looked like John Tenta, but kind of like it looked like a more scarier version of John Tenta. At least the figure did. The video clips I watched, it wasn't that scary. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Alrighty. Here we go. This was my pick of the bunch. This was my favorite out of the group here. Let's get a closer look at him. Yes, as you can see, he does come with his crutch here. I believe, if I remember correctly, he did have like a car accident, pretty bad car accident that messed up his leg. So that was like a legit thing, but he still was on TV to do a little feud with Austin, which had a bunch of good segments where, especially the one that's well known, where he breaks into Pillman's house and Pillman pulls out a pistol. So, yeah, that was a good one. A little controversy. I remember there was some big controversy. I think they had to put up like next time they were going to show the video, or like next Raw or something, I think they put some kind of disclaimer up, if I remember correctly. But yeah, this is definitely a guy I think we could have got a lot more out of in WWF, WWE. Man, I would have liked to see another feud with like Austin, like when Pillman was like 100%, and like, yeah, that'd been really cool, because both of them being the Hollywood Blondes, they have like a history anyways. And then, that's just really cool. That's just a really cool storyline. It would have been cool to have some more of that, especially their personalities. You got the crazy loose cannon gimmick of Brian Pillman, and then you got, of course, Stone Cold Steve Austin. So we could have done had a lot more with Brian. Sad, man, sad. Really good, to me, is a really good underrated wrestler. Maybe not a wrestler, because I think everybody could say he's a good wrestler, but like just performer. He's good on the mic. Just a really good gimmick and everything that he had going on there. So that's unfortunate that we don't have Pillman anymore, but I think his son wrestles, but I don't know much about him. I don't know if he's pretty decent or whatnot. But I think he's on Next right now, if he's still there. But I'll have to check him out and see what we got going on, if we have any. But, yeah, he's got this Soft Good Heart Foundation t-shirt. So you can take that off if you want. And, of course, he's got his vest, which you could also take off. And then we got him wearing jeans here. So, yeah, you can do a little bit. I wish, again, we got kind of like the crazy eye head here. And it looks a little bit off to me. I don't know. It just looks a little bit off. So that kind of sucks. I wish they would have given him another head sculpt. It does, like, his mouth and everything looks good, but like the eyes, I think they got the eyes wrong. I could be 100% wrong with that, but I think the eyes are wrong. So that's that. At least with my figure, maybe mine's a goof, and other ones will have correct stuff. But yeah, the hair and everything else looks good though. So there we got Pillman. If I can get him standing here, I had a little difficulty for a second. I'll lean him like that. Again, he got the crutch. Get a closer look here. One of his accessories, and then anything else he had before I knocked the camera over is he had these open palm hands as his accessories, and that is it as far as his personal accessories. But we do get some more Build-A-Figure accessories, of course. Michael Cole's arms with some hands, and then we got some extra hands for Michael Cole, which are also open palm hands. And then Michael Cole's microphone here, which they did really well with the microphone. It looks really cool. Wish we would have the F on there, the WF, but again, they had to change their name, so I guess that makes sense. But cool mic. So yeah, that is it for Pillman. Again, oh man, this was the one I was looking most forward to, and I think everything's correct except for the eyes. The eyes, I think, makes a big deal when they only have one head. If he had two heads and this was one of them, and then he had like a normal, face looking on there, I'd be like, okay. But I feel like the eyes are a bit off. So I'm gonna give him I was really looking forward to. I'm gonna give him a B at least. I was thinking B minus. He might be the least favorite out of the list right now. Undertaker got a B because of the bandana and glasses can't be removed. And I gave Shark, I think, a B plus A somewhere. He's probably like a B plus maybe for Shark, because he actually looked more scary than he does in the videos I watched. So that's an up. That's an up for an action figure. But yeah, that's it for him. Let's move on to the next one, guys. All right. So here we got 2000 Eric Bischoff. Let's get him up over here and get a closer look at him. Try to get this light in there. I apologize again, guys. The lighting's a little bit different in this room. So, a little bit more harder, I think, sometimes to see, but I think it'll come off better if I don't knock over the camera every video. But anyways, here we got Eric Bischoff wearing his, basic outfit. He would wear kind of like his suit without a tie going on. No tie suit. He's got his gray hair at this point. And this is like early 2000s, like 2000, I believe, look Eric Bischoff had shortly before he was fired, I believe, from WCW. But then we got the Nitro microphone. He's got a pointy finger here. I don't know if he's pointing at somebody or just pointing up in the air. What we're doing here. Looks like one of them commercial advertisements or you see on a billboard pointing to something. But yeah, so I mean, this is a basic figure that you could have as a. This is definitely a display figure. It's not like you're gonna get a whole lot more out of it, but you can have him right up there talking on the mic. So there we go with that. Not much really to say about it. It is what it is. He's got kind of a more serious face. If we want to look at his face a little bit more here. And then we got a second head, which is his little cheeky smile face, his little dimple face. This is kind of what we were used to during the whole NWO era on WCW. He come out and his big ass grin on his face. Very cool. It does look like Eric Bischoff. I think they did really good on this, the hair and everything on this figure. I think it looks perfect. And then we also get two extra hands. We get another open hand there, a grab hand, whatever you'd like to call it, another pointer hand. He'd be pointing a lot, I guess. So there you go with that. That's it for his personal ones. But then we got the Build-A-Figure. Of course, this is the waist and legs of Michael Cole. Not much more to that. So that is it. So as far as Eric Bischoff goes, I think they did really good with his face, his hair. The outfit's right on. You got the Nitro mic. I don't think there's really much more we need with this figure. I think it looks just like Eric Bischoff back in the day. So I think they did really good. So that's definitely an A figure. I mean, it wasn't my favorite pick of all of them, but definitely looks like Eric Bischoff. So there we go. All right, so what you've all been really waiting for is the Michael Cole Build-A-Figure here. He's got his long red shirt, his black pants. He's got his WWE microphone. He's got his headset on. He's got his WWF logo on the shirt. This is 1999 Michael Cole we're looking at here. So yeah, I think this Build-A-Figure, I think it does look like Michael Cole. Get a little look at him here. A little look-see. God dang it, Michael Cole. So it does look like a young Michael Cole back in the 90s. Man, those headsets, were they really that big? Or are they that big? That just looks enormous on one of these heads. So maybe I could put it on there a little bit better. It looks like it's like right above his ear. But they look huge. On the side it looks alright, but when you look in the front, it looks like, dang, that's thick. That's a thick headset, man. So aside from that, like you can see I have him holding the mic, like if he's interviewing somebody. Let's take these off. They kind of look funny with those on. You got Michael Cole without it. Looks pretty good. Looks like young Michael Cole. He does have those hands too. There's extra hands if you want to switch them out. But still pretty cool that you get like this extra figure. Yeah, so that is Michael Cole. Let's move on to the last one here.
Holler if you hear me!
Here he is, Ultimate Scott Steiner. Let's get a little closer look. Let's zoom out here because we're up and close and personal there. Get some light going on in here. So yeah, here is his head armor. I forget what these are called, man. I don't know why I can't think of the name of them. But he's got his little armor going on there. I put on him. And I don't know if I like the look of it. I think they could have done a better job at, I don't know, for an Ultimate figure, they should have made it look a little bit more realistic, I guess. Like, you know, chainmail or whatever it's supposed to be, like look a little bit more like that. It looks kind of generic to me. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. Kind of a generic. They could have made the chainmail helmet thing a little bit better. That's kind of lame. Now, this is my favorite head sculpt. I think out of the 3 heads, I'll show you the other 2. I put this one on his body specifically because of that. It just looks more like Scott Steiner back in the day, in his WCW days. I think it looks a lot like him. Definitely. So, this is my favorite head sculpt, I think, out of the group. And, of course, he has the, let's see if I can have him stand back here. He has the awesome World Heavyweight title from WCW. Big gold belt here. Pretty cool. So we got that, and then here are the... I mean, this looks like him too, but it's just, I don't know if I like this head. This is the one I believe that was already on his body, or is this the one that's yelling? I can't. I think the other one's different. Yeah, this is the one that actually came on his body as is, and I was kind of like, I don't know. It's a weird look, but I mean, it does look like him. I mean, these are all straight from, like, however they do it, computerized imaging, FX or whatever they call it. So it is going to look like him. It's just, I don't know, the look is just kind of off to me, at least looking forward. The side, always the profile shots look really good. So I don't know. But here he is yelling. See, this one's a little weird looking too. I don't know. Or angry, whatever you'd want to say, yelling, angry face. So we got with that. It's pretty good. He comes with 4 extra hands. Looks like pointing. I don't know if they're pointing or looks like, yeah, like little pointing hands. And then we got another pointing hand and then another grab type hand here. So that is it. And then for hands, and then the last accessory is the straight jacket, which I haven't tried putting on him yet, so I don't know what that's going to look like, but here it is, the straight jacket. So you're gonna tie the straight jacket on him there. Interesting. I was probably not watching WCW when they were putting a straight jacket on him. I don't remember the storyline, but there we go. We got a straight jacket. You always knew that Scott Steiner was crazy, but he's got the Superman type logo for Scott Steiner going on down there. Big Papa Pump. He's your hookup. Holler if you hear him. But yeah. And of course the Ultimate figures have the little extra articulation. Give him some muscle man poses here. So, yeah, pretty cool. And as you can see, I also switched out his hands. They're both closed fists type hands. These are probably what I'd leave on him anyways. But I'll just have him flexing. It's a shame, though, because I feel like this is my problem with the whole... I mean, the other 2 heads aren't great. This head that he has on him, I think, is the best one. But, like, this chainmail helmet or whatever, I just feel like it looks too generic. Maybe I'm just being too much about it, but I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think about that. If you got this figure, if you think that's kind of... For an Ultimate figure, you're paying extra money. You think it would look a little bit more... It would pop a little bit more, because I think there's another of his figures that came out not too long ago, because I was thinking about getting it, because I was like, man, that's cool. I like, Scott Steiner's one of my guys, and I was thinking Bushwhacker right there, but I was thinking, man, but I think the chainmail that one came with looked more realistic. This is just a little rubbery, like it doesn't seem right. I don't know. I could just be wacky, but. Anyways, guys, I'm going to have to give Ultimate Scott Steiner from the Monday Night Wars Ultimate Collection. Oh, man. He's not going to get too bad of a grade, but I'm also going to give him, I think I'm going to give him a B+. B+, yeah. I don't know what the straight jacket's going to look like yet, but it's not going to determine or change my grade. But the belt, he came with the World Heavyweight title, 2 extra heads, 4 extra hands. The chainmail that I'm disappointed in. So he's going to get a B also. So, yeah, that's it for him. Let's get one last look at Series 8 of the Monday Night Wars WWE Elite figures here. We got the Shark, Earthquake, John Tenta, my guy. And we got Eric Bischoff with the gray hair. We got the badass Undertaker right there. We got the loose cannon Brian Pillman, which I think needs a crutch because he keeps falling over on me. And we got Michael Cole, the Build-A-Figure. And last but not least, the Ultimate, which is not part of Series 8, but was released along with them. The Ultimate Scott Steiner, which is also part of the Monday Night Wars series. So there they are, guys. I would say overall I'm going to give this group a B. A lot of my favorite wrestlers are in this one. I'm a big fan of Scott, Undertaker, Brian. I like Eric, John Tenta. Who could hate Earthquake, man? So I wish there was a little bit more that they could have done with this set, but it's not bad. B is a pretty good grade. That's what I'm going to stick with. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like my videos. I'll have more content. I'm just now coming back. I've been on a hiatus for like almost a year. So once I get my collection room done, hopefully the lighting will be a little bit better for you guys. I don't know how bad this will come off. It don't look too dark. Just let me know if there's any issues. And anyways, guys, again, I'll talk to you soon.